Hey, welcome to my channel. Week 10 has come and gone. Yesterday, you saw me going live immediately the moment I found out about Dable being fired. I mean, honestly, as I've said in the past, and I've always said again, I don't think he's meant to be as a head coach just yet. Maybe a college coach, he probably makes sense more than anything else. Um, but as a head coach, I don't think he's right for it, quite honestly. More so to the point where I think it comes down to the fact that everything, all the decisions he made hasn't been that great. As an offensive coordinator, I would say yes, but at the same time, no, because let's be honest, he was able. I mean, like Daniel Jones is doing really decent, well, honestly, with a superior running back. He had that with Barkley. Granted, the O line wasn't that great, but still, it's almost similar in that nature in ways. So I don't know. The other aspect is like Shane Cohen. He's got to go. He's got to go. Kafka, I'd love for him to succeed, but honestly, we know he's just a lame dunk in the waiting, basically, quite honestly, more than anything else. But outside of that, seeing, after all the games that have occurred, my list has been revised a little, quite honestly. First off, you've got the Rams. I mean, I think I had them last week. When this team is healthy, they will be pretty much unstoppable with this. What McVay has done is simply amazing with them. And I would not be surprised if this is Stafford's last hurrah. Last year should have been his last hurrah, but this time I think he wants one more. I think he wants to go out with a bang. Let's be honest. I think he wants to go out with a bang, and this is the best way for him basically to have two Super Bowl rings. Of course, then you have the Detroit Lions. Granted, I said the week prior they fell off the list a little bit. I think they come back more so because the fact of like hell, look, I think they're going to be really good to start, to be good as well too. I think it's going to come down between the LA Rams and Detroit Lions. Basically, it's going to be one of these two teams that's going to come out of the NFCs because quite honestly, um, the the Eagles, as good as they are, the way that they pretty much had to fight against the Packers was something that shouldn't have happened. Basically, if these are the same Eagles from last year, they should have wiped the floor with the Eagles, but they didn't. They should have wiped the floor with the Packers, that is, but they didn't. The surprise list is the Patriots. They have jumped up. Now, I had originally, Kansas City as number 2 last week. This week, I hate to say it, but the Patriots are looking damn good. What Vrabel has done with this team is pretty darn, I don't want to say impossible, but this is the same team from last year. And look what he's done with this team, basically. This is why I was hoping the Giants would have gotten Vrabel. I was hoping Vrabel was going to be available for the Giants when he was. They had full faith in Dable, unfortunately. But Vrabel is the one that I think they should have hired as a coach. Unfortunately, he's taken. I don't know what the Giants should do because honestly, what Vrabel did with Tennessee was amazing. What Tennessee did, what they were stupid on their part to let him go and fire him. New England made the smart move. I mean, Kraft should have hired him in the beginning, but quite honestly, at 2020 hindsight now, and I think Kraft has learned. I think this might be the new era of the New England Patriots. I mean, I want to say Josh Allen, yeah, but at the same time, he's doing too much now on his own, and I think the addition of Diggs also has definitely upped their games considerably. It made Drake May look really really good. Is he in the same level as Tom Brady? Not yet. Is he in the same level as maybe Josh Allen? Possibly. Mahomes not so quite there yet, but he's definitely in the Josh Allen area basically. And then of course Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're still here. Let's be honest, they're still here, and I'm not going to take anything away from what Mahomes is doing, but at the same time, it's probably going to come down to the Chiefs and the Patriots. I mean, honestly, if the Bills go against the Patriots, if the Bills go against the Chiefs in the conference semifinals, I like to say, but I think the Bills probably beat them out. If the Bills go against the Patriots in the conference semifinals, Patriots are going to advance at that point. So if it's Patriots against the Bills, Patriots win outright. So from a Patriots perspective, I think they hope that the Bills play against them in the opposite bracket, so that when whoever they meet up will be either the Bills or the Chiefs. I think they'll knock them both down, basically, quite honestly. And of course, number 5, as I said, I thought they were pretty good. they're still good. They're still Super Bowl champs. I think once they figure out their, pardon my French, once they figure out their shit, I think they'll be able to, become dominant again. But will I think that they'll be able to beat the Rams? I don't think so. Will they be able to beat the Lions? It's tough to say right now, but I think they should be able to beat the Lions at this point as well too. Honestly, when the Lions lost to the Vikings, it was like a disappointment in and of itself. Or no, sorry, when the Lions lost to the Rams last year, it was a disappointment in and of itself. But at the same time, I think the Lions were built to beat the Eagles, not the Rams. But if the Lions do go against the Eagles in the conference finals or semifinals, I could see the Lions being out the Eagles. Do I see the Lions being out the Rams? Only way they beat out the Rams is if they have some serious injuries on their part, but on the Rams end. But the reality is, that's what it is. Should the Bills be on this list? I want to say yes, but no, not really. Quite honestly, you could say, hey, what about the Indianapolis Colts or even the Seattle Seahawks? Let's be honest. Both the Seahawks and the Colts, their quarterback is their deficiency. It's their weakness. It's their weak spot. All you gotta do is get to the quarterback, and they're done. That's the only reason. Darnold, we saw what happened last year with Darnold. He folded under pressure, and this is a guy that when he gets pressured, he will fold. Similar, I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Daniel Jones in the playoffs. Once the teams start blitzing him, I think he's going to fold. The question is and all they got to do is contain Taylor. Once they contain Taylor, I mean, honestly, then Daniel Jones is just going to fold at that point, and we'll see it happen, basically. Let's be honest. We'll see that happen. That's the same situation when Dable first came on with the Giants. Daniel Jones was doing really well, beat the Vikings, but then the Eagles basically started blitzing the hell out of it, and you saw what happened. They basically contained Saquon and then took out Jones, and Jones was pretty much done for at that point, and that's what's going to happen. I think all they got to do is pressure Jones. I don't think there's enough AFC teams out there that can pressure. I'm considering the teams that the Colts have been playing lately. The Steelers showed when the Colts played the Steelers last week, they showed what it was to basically beat Indianapolis. It's basically pressure Jones, and he will throw in some turnovers. But aside of that, that's pretty much it. Reality is let's be honest. This is a case where I think basically the I don't want to say things are up in the air, but things can be up in the air, quite honestly, and it's a matter of time before we find out what happens. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on my list. If you think it's good, please put a comment in the comment section. Like I said, I do welcome comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button, because I do, based on the likes, I'll focus on that content. I'm trying to gear towards more sports, basically, but it seems like people are liking more and more my reviews of shows and TV shows and movies when I go see the movies. So I don't know. But in any case, I'll leave it at that. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to grow my subscription at that point as well, too. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.